BeerDad, the most awesomest dad around, Justin Allen, and his most awesome co-host, the master brewer himself, the Brewed, Joshua Kunkel. Grab a cold one, kick back and relax, and enjoy the show. Cheers, everybody.
Son, a woman is a lot like a refrigerator. They're about 6 feet tall, 300 pounds. They make ice and... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, a woman is more like a beer. They smell good. They look good. You'd step over your own mother just to get one. But you can't stop at one. You want to drink another woman.
I was going to say, it's probably good that they're not refrigerators because they end up breaking you like us.
Yeah, exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. As always, I am your host, the BeerDad, Justin Allen, and I'm joined graciously by my co-host, the Brewed man, Joshua Kunkel. Joshua.
Howdy, how?
We are in some kind of new digs here for the show, right there's a camera looking at our ugly mugs right now, so... Hello, YouTube. Hello, internets. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it comes out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dub the sound over onto the video, so it'll sound a little better.
Nice.
But in the meantime, this is something new. We started the YouTube page, so I already saw a ton of people have already subscribed. We've got one lonely old video on there, which is our trailer to the Idlewild Brew Pub.
A very good trailer at that.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Good little inauguration there, and hopefully we'll follow suit with something like this.
Absolutely. I mean, the world kind of ended, and well, it didn't end. It just stopped. They pressed the pause button on us on recording. But so now we are relegated to the in-home studios here, BeerDad and Brewed. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is my bar, my beautiful bar.
Nice bar.
So we're going to utilize it, and there's nothing wrong with that. So... we're here in a nice, cool location, and we do have the little beer baby. She's somewhere around here, so if you guys hear some crying and the beer dad's got to step away for a second, Josh will pick up my slack.
Yeah, keep it going while I take care of your beer dad business.
That's right. So, anyways, it's good to see you, Josh.
Likewise.
I know we've been isolating and quarantining at our homes, and we've been doing live chat on Instagram with some of our followers. That's been going good. We're kind of 6 feet apart now, so I think we're good.
It's okay. I sanitized my hands before I got here.
That's right. Keep it clean, baby. Keep it clean.
Yeah, keep it clean.
So, but things are going great for the show. We're getting a lot more followers.
Good.
Over 1,200 listeners, 1,200 followers on Instagram. We got the YouTube channel launched. We just relaunched round 2 of our T-shirt sales. So we messed up, screwed the pooch. We're not wearing our shirts today, but that's okay. You guys can see them. We've got them all over our interwebs. So if you look at our Facebook page, check out our Instagram page. You can see it on there. I think I posted it on our story, so you'll be able to see that. So they're really high quality shirts. I think they're like $25. Standard for a T-shirt these days.
That's about right, yeah. But, I mean, quality-wise, you ain't kidding, man. I mean, it's nice and soft.
Nice and soft.
Breathable, all that.
I believe they're pre-shrunk and everything, so you don't have to worry about them shrinking. So shout out to those that have already purchased part of the Round 2 campaign. I believe there's already been a few that have already purchased, so shout out to those guys. Our good friend Drake in Houston, which we're going to be enjoying one of the beers that he sent us. He bought some shirts for him and his wife, so that's awesome. Cool. And Johnny C., one of our guests that we've had a couple times on the show, he finally is like, all right, I'm going to buy one. Very cool. He did ask about sizes because he says normally let me do it in the Johnny C. voice. Normally I'm a extra large, but the quarantine's got me in the old double X category. How do those fit? Nice. So I told him they fit to size, so he should be good ordering his extra large. Very cool. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's have a beer. I'm parched. I'm thirsty.
So we got Heady Topper to start us off with. You said yourself you never had this one before, so I thought might as well surprise you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to have some Heady Topper. This is a really, really high-rated beer. It's always in like the top 5, top 10-ish of IPAs throughout the country. And we've been trying to get our hands on some. And, of course, the Brewed man procured some Heady Topper. So I'm excited. Is this a double or a single IPA? I think it's a double.
It's about a double status. It's 8%. Yeah, it's definitely a big beer, but very drinkable. I lucked out this year in that buddy of mine right down the street over at La Quinta Brewing's tap room just happened to be selling it, and I was just like, oh crap, wink, let me go grab some while I can.
That works.
So
Check this can out.
Go
here.
for it. Look how beautiful that.
First of all, the can art, I love it. You got the
Sort of mad scientist look there.
yeah. This is Heady Topper, the Alchemist, Vermont.
Yes.
Okay, so Alchemist is the company that makes it. Vermont is where they're at.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Here we go. Little story time with the Beer Dad. Go ahead and grab your blankies. Get your little beers. Go ahead and sit Indian style here. We have got if you notice, I got that sweet carpet down there, Josh, with the streets and all the houses that you can play your Matchbox cars on. We're not going to be doing that later.
Yeah.
But for our followers and listeners, pull up your beer, sit Indian style, listen to the Beer Dad, and read a story. Okay. Heady Topper is an American double Indian pale ale. This beer is not intended to be the biggest or most bitter. It is meant to give you a wave after wave of hoppy goodness on your palate. Tremendous amounts of American hops will creep up on you and leave you with a dense hoppy finish in your mouth. So drinkable, it's scary. Sometimes I wish I could crawl right into the can. Freshness and control have always been my main concern when it comes to our beer. We are committed to providing you with an unfiltered, unpasteurized hop experience. Why do I recommend that you drink it from the can? Quite simply, to ensure a delightful hop experience. The act of pouring it in a glass smells nice, but it releases the essential hop aromas that we have worked so hard to retain. If you must pour into a glass, you may find that some of the hop resins have settled in the bottom. Leave them in the can while pouring. This beer is perishable, and it's best when it's young, fresh, and hazy. Keep it cold, but not ice cold. Drink this beer immediately. We are always making more. John Kimmich, The Alchemist, Stowe, Vermont.
Oh, there you go. And I left a little bit in the can, so if you want, you could do a nice little compare and contrast here.
Okay.
But cheers.
Cheers. That is very nice. I like it.
You like that? Yeah.
Very mellow on the double IPA status.
Yeah, here, try it from the can real quick. Tell me if you notice any difference.
A little creamier from the can.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the kid. I can hear the beer, baby.
See.
This is nice. This is very nice.
Yeah.
So let me go grab the beer, baby,
all right.
while you finish talking to the crowd about Heady Topper.
Yep.
And
Figure to give it a little background. For those that don't know, Heady Topper is considered sort of like a godfather of the hazy craze that everyone seems to love and enjoy these days. So, but kind of an interesting deal, especially for a double IPA. These guys, you had mentioned, or you probably just heard right now from Justin there, that this is a unfiltered or an unpasteurized beer. It's just kind of what the start of the whole haze craze was, is people started not pasteurizing the beer and basically putting it unfiltered. So it gave it a little bit of this haziness, but you still see some clarity there. So for what it's worth, and then I guess must have triggered something in a number of people, because then a couple of people are like, well, crap, I kind of like this haziness because it seems to take the edge off of the bitterness of the hops. So why don't I try to figure out how to augment the beer and make sure that I take more of that bitterness off and get more of that fruity aroma from the hops, which is where then you start seeing people dumping in the oats and unmalted wheat and a number of other crazy things, sometimes milk sugar if you're going into a whole different category, but you don't want to hear my thoughts on that one. But Heady Topper, definitely a good beer. Been around a little while. I have heard some people prefer it on tap as opposed to the can, but I have never had a chance to do that. Maybe if I'm out in Vermont, I can swing by Alchemist and check them out and do a compare and contrast. So, how's the beer, kid?
Well, Beer Baby is having some Heady Topper or formula, whatever you want to call it.
of the creamier variety.
That's right. So, yeah. I tried to talk the wife into taking her. They went swimming over at the mother-in-law's, and
Nice.
she wasn't having it, so here we are.
Hey, no worries, no worries. But so far, I mean, what are your thoughts? I kind of gave everyone a background on sort of Hetty Topper as sort of the godfather of the haze craze that we see today.
Well, I enjoy it. It's is it going to be one of my favorite beers of all time? Probably not. But I would say it's definitely really good.
Yeah.
And I would drink it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a nice little easy going, especially for a double IPA. I mean, this is a very drinkable 8% beer. I do not doubt that.
What I really like about it is it. Ooh, gotta watch the knee there. What I really like about it is it doesn't leave those skid marks on your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, you get definitely a little bit of a dankiness from the hop and a little bit of resin from the hop, but not enough to that it like lingers. It's there, it lets you know it's there, but then it just kind of just cleanly mellows out, and then you get that more floral finish.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the can art. You know, it's really cool, simple.
Yep.
Not a whole lot going on. It's just one color on the silver can, so pretty cool. They're a solar-powered brewery. That's exciting.
That is cool. I like it when breweries take care of Mother Earth.
Now, they just upped their game because I just saw something on here I didn't see before. This is awesome. Because the BeerDad loves his planet, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy my planet, and I enjoy my oceans. Yeah, it says right on here, don't be a D-bag. Recycle this can.
Yes. I totally forgot about that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Cheers to you, Alchemist.
Yes. And cheers to all the people that aren't D-bags.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you got to recycle. And it's funny because with the amount of beer that we've been going through, you know, doing the show and everything, all the stuff getting sent to us,
Yeah.
I'm going to start like actually taking, because I put it in my recycling bin, but man, I'm thinking about all this money that we could be putting right back into beer.
Yes.
I'm going to start doing that again.
Yeah.
Because what are these tall cans? Are they, what does it say here?
Well, those should be
10
like
cents.
10 cents, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It says California CRV, 10 cents.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
I better start doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't realize they upped the ante there.
I literally, you know how we've been recording our last couple episodes, I put them in that bucket in the garage, and then when it's trash day, which is today, I usually dump it into the recycling bin. So, and I know there's a lady that rides around on her bicycle and hits up all the recyclables. So she's been collecting 10-cent cans from us.
Well, you've been probably helping her out.
Yeah.
You're paying
Literally.
it forward.
Literally, 10 cans is $1. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So I think we'll start doing that, put it back towards the show. So
That'll be
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
One way to do it.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Let me
Let's go ahead and finish that. Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
I really like that beer. That's good.
Yeah. Did you want a little more? A little bit left in the can here. You want to?
Let's move to the next one.
All right. We'll hold that to the side. All right. I'm actually looking forward to this one here. The Fruit Eternal from 8-Bit Brewing, Sour IPA. Now, this is another sort of craze that I wish would have picked up more steam, but it seems like it hasn't, or maybe it just had 15 minutes and then just died out.
You know, I think it's only certain breweries because 8-Bit does a lot of sour IPAs. And then I found there's some other breweries in the Midwest as well as East Coast that are doing sour IPAs. One of our listeners and somebody that I've done beer trades with, Justin Tierno, he loves sour IPAs from 8-Bit. And he's all the way out by Philly.
Oh, wow.
So, but he's been out here, I think, and he's had it. But I think he prefers that over those heavily fruited sours that we've been getting.
I could see that. Yeah. I mean, you definitely have like you have your kettle sour, you have your fruited sours, but there's something about like you get that tanginess from the sour, but then you get that nice hoppy, especially the fruity hop or the kind of like what am I thinking of? Just like kind of the floral hop that seems to really like bring out the sour, or at least balance the sourness a lot.
Yeah, I like both. So we've been getting some of those heavily fruited sours that are really, really good.
Yeah.
But I love this mix of us, a kettle sour / IPA.
Yeah, and also a good mix here. You got blackberry, passion fruit, peach, and then, of course, Centennial and Citra. So it looks like they're definitely getting into that grapefruit category as far as the hops go.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and let's see if they manage to pull it off.
Let's go. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Smells great already.
What do you think of that?
I really like that. I really like that. That is really good.
Now, remind the listeners and the now audience what my explanation of this when we shared it on live Instagram not too long ago was.
Oh, crap.
Do you remember?
I might have been drinking.
Because I remember when I said it, you're like, oh, I'm going to be down for that. Yeah. I told you it was Hawaiian Punch
That's
IPA.
Right. Hawaiian Punch IPA. That's right. Because I was looking at this color going, something fruity.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, actually, you're right. No, that pretty much hits the nail right on the head there. I mean, you get like that nice, like fruity, tangy punch.
Yeah.
And then you get
remember the I want to say it's Shasta that makes the 3-liter bottles.
Oh yeah,
they make a tiki punch.
Really?
So it's a carbonated Hawaiian Punch. I feel like that's what this is. Obviously, it's not as sweet.
Oh yeah.
Minus the diabetes.
Yes, diabetes.
Minus the diabetes, but this is definitely really good. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, like I said, 8-Bit's been definitely pulling out some good ones.
Yeah, so it's a sour IPA, and they've been doing those quite often. Most of their drops include a sour IPA. Fruit Eternal, which is paying homage to Doom Eternal, the video game.
Yes.
So the can art's kind of cool if you guys are into Doom.
Yeah. Good game, good beer.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah. So check out 8-Bit Brewing. You could follow them on Instagram, 8-Bit Brewing Company, or Facebook at 8-Bit Brewing Company, or what's this other social media site they got here? I'm guessing, that's the interwebs, 8bitbrewingcompany.com.
Ooh, nice.
So this brewery's in Murrieta, California, which is about an hour north of San Diego, about an hour and a half southeast of Los Angeles. Near your airports are probably about an hour away.
Yeah. Unless you count French Valley. But.
Yeah, you're not flying into French Valley. That's not going to happen. So definitely, if you guys come to Southern California, you make the trip up to the Temecula Valley, you're definitely going to want to check out 8-Bit Brewing for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some good breweries popping up around Temecula. Murrieta, 8-Bit definitely being one of them.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah,
that's great. This is a good one.
Yeah.
And the baby is letting us know that she's not happy again.
Yeah, well.
So I think the BeerDad might actually have to hold her and make her a part of this show.
I'm okay with that. I don't think our audience will mind so much.
No.
Figure. Of course, you always got to be careful because every time I've ever seen baby around beer, something about babies, they just love beer. They just want to grab at it and smell it, sniff it, try to drink it.
So this will be a good segue for you being the brewer.
All right.
Josh, why don't you tell them how to make a sour IPA?
Okay. Well, luckily, I mean, that's a pretty straightforward process. I mean, for those who might be familiar with kettle souring, that's kind of the base of this beer. I mean, you have two types of sours. Nowadays, you have your traditional sour, which if you really want to go that route, that's about a 3-year process. Because then you're using like old school lactobacillus yeast strains. You're also using, Pediococcus to a certain degree, and you're actually getting more into kind of like the wild yeast kind of territory, which is why the 3-year period. These beers are usually pretty potent right out of the gate, and you got to let them kind of mellow out, but also you got to kind of blend them a little bit too with maybe things that haven't been fermented, and that's like your old school sour. Now, people obviously who like sours but don't want to wait so long or are patient for it, so to say, they go to the kettle sour route. The kettle sour is kind of like a real quick dash and dirty kind of method here, but it actually produces some pretty awesome results. Nothing as complex as the old school sours, but definitely gets you where you need to go. So you're going to start off, you're going to basically mash out your, oh, look at that cutie. Just hanging out.
She's definitely a daddy's girl.
Well, that's good.
So,
Well, she's got a cord now to play with.
right?
Yep. But just kind of streamline things jump back where I'm into. So kettle sours. You pretty much mash out your grains like you're doing a traditional homebrew, and you get to the boiling part of the beer, but instead of boiling it, you essentially add lactobacillus strain or essentially yogurt. That's where you get a lot of that lacto yeast strain. You throw that in abundance into your wort or basically pre-fermented beer. You let it sit in that kettle for about a day, 24 hours. You do want to kind of keep track of the pH balance. You don't want it to get way too sour, or I should say too acidic in that matter. But if you're able to kind of watch it, make sure it gets, to a certain point. Usually, if I remember right, I think it's about maybe, I don't remember if it's higher or sour or is lower or sour. Yeah, higher. Okay, so I think you probably want to like a 7.4, maybe almost 8 territory. You don't want to go too high.
This is a 7.1.
7.1, yeah. So once you kind of get into that territory and then 24 hours goes by, you basically kick on the burner, you boil the crap out of this beer. Now, because it's already acidified, that's not going away. You're not going to boil off the acidity out of the beer. Once you've boiled off your wort, you've added your hops. In this case, because we're doing a sour IPA, we're adding more of those bitter hops than we would normally. So you're getting some of that bitterness from the hops, but now you also have that kettle sour sort of tanginess ready to go.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, the rest is history. Once you're done fermenting, or once you're done with that, you add your normal yeast to ferment. That's where you're going to get your alcohol. But you're also going to do your dry hop additions and so on and so forth. Just treat it like an IPA, but now you just have more of a tangy, sour quality to the beer.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think our listeners, for those of the home brewers out there, should attempt to make some sour IPAs because the world needs more sour IPAs.
Actually, you might have given me an idea because I've been itching at trying to make something that I haven't tried before. This is definitely one of those styles I have not. So I'm thinking I may have to finally bite the bullet and try my hand at it.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. So
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed this one. The last sour IPA that just kicked for me was that Power of Great School. I actually like this better.
Yeah, I would say this one definitely is just a leg up on Gray School. She is just like
checking it out.
She's just loving it.
Currently, right now, little beer baby, alias Emrin, is checking out the microphone and the beers, and she's just checking it all out. We'll see if I can get her on the camera here.
Oh,
Don't mind the baby hair.
oh.
Hi, baby. Say hi, YouTube. Say hello. So, yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and continue here. Let's crack the next one. This is from Texas.
Little with a Smarty series from Ingenious. This is Yabba Dabba. And of course, can't go wrong without this.
Oh, that's a great and wonderful sound. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And for that, I feel like we've got to have we have to have a little sound effects while you're pouring here. So,
Okay. Man, I can smell that from here, man. It smells great.
all right. You want some music, baby?
Old
From
school.
the town of Bedrock. She likes it. She's smiling.
Bringing it back old school.
You like the Flintstones, baby? You like the Flintstones? Yeah.
Yabba Dabba.
Yeah, that was that was the perfect segue into Yabba Dabba. So I like it. Josh, go ahead and take that first sip. Tell me what you think.
Well, first off, that smell, man, it's just like most ingenious beers. They invite you in. They know how to invite you in. They're very courteous that way. I like it. Damn, my childhood in a glass right there, man. I remember chasing down the ice cream truck when it came through.
Those Flintstones push pops?
Yeah, the push pops, man. This is literally like right up my alley. Like this brings back so many damn memories.
All right, it's time for the BeerDad to have a go at the Smarty Yabba Dabba.
Yes,
Let's take a whiff and get the sniffer going.
Oh, yeah.
At first sniff, I smell like orange soda.
Yep. Yeah, definitely get a little bit of that tang quality there. But really, definitely hitting all the notes on that one. The look on your face.
You know, Ingenious Brewing never ceases to amaze me, and they listen to the show. They listen to our reviews of their beer.
Yeah.
And this is another one that you guys just did an amazing job on. And like he says, it brings back your childhood. It really does remind me of a Flintstones push-up pop.
Yeah.
Love the can art. You guys did a great job. This is good. Good job, guys.
Yeah. I'm definitely digging on this one.
Insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I wear this like cologne, man. Like, see, it's beers like this that make me think of the whole promise of maybe doing like an ice cream truck for adults. You could probably add this to the lineup, and you totally hit it off.
Yeah, this is great.
Yes.
It's really really good. Yes. This is stupid. I'm really glad that Ingenious is in Houston, Texas, because
go broke.
Yeah, because every single release I would want some. Then again, our good friend is always like, he's like the crack dealer. He always likes to send me their releases, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, we just dropped like $100. But yeah, ridiculous. You guys are doing something right at Ingenious.
Yes.
Anybody out there that hasn't had Ingenious Brewing, definitely do whatever you can to get your hands on it. Find a beer trader, a mule, whatever it is. I don't really like the mules too much. If they're willing to do cost plus shipping, I'm good with that. I dance around that because I don't like the guys that charge extra off of people. I think that's ridiculous. Yeah. But this is wow.
So I got a little found my own little sample here, just kind of like you did with Hetty Topper earlier. So when it's quitting time, but the Brontosaurus is still thirsty, there's a Smartie with oranges, orange sherbet, and vanilla to help you wet your whistle.
Oh, man.
Nice.
You know what I have to say to that? Yabba dabba doo! Let me tell you something. That is perfect for these hot days we've been having.
Yeah.
Or those summer days, or sitting out on the lake, out on the boat, or down at the beach. Perfect summertime beer.
Yeah. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is kind of up there with that fruitcake beer.
You like that?
Like I this one's kind of like inching a little bit forward. This is probably one of the favorite ones I've had from them so far. Like it's hitting all the right notes. Like I'm a big citrus guy already, man. I'm kind of a citrus snob, so this is definitely like perfect.
So 6.7%. So on the borderline of being extremely dangerous if you have more than 3, 4.
Oh yeah. You can definitely throw a couple of these back without even thinking twice.
Wow. Smarty Yabba Dabba by Ingenious Brewing Company, Humble, Texas. Go check them out.
Oh yeah.
Good shit.
Yabba dabba.
Yeah. Yabba dabba doo. I love it.
Yeah, that was really good. I still find it ironic that they are located in Humble, Texas, because there's nothing humble about this beer.
They do a really good job, and it's obviously top list of breweries for us. Thanks to our friend Drake hooking us up and letting us try them, because you can't get Ingenious here in Southern California.
No, nope, not in the least. Uh-oh.
Did we lose your binky? Mix it up.
Are you ready to jump into the next one here?
let's jump into the next one. And while you're doing that, we're actually we have a guest that is one of our avid listeners that wants to be on the show. So I told him that we would get him on the show. So let's do this.
Still love that noise. All right, so next one up here we is Catch a Vibe at Alvarado Street Brewing. Nancy, isn't she?
Yeah. Hi. You say hi?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
This isn't. Just want to click on it and call him.
All right, see how he's doing. That is a very clean beer, by the way. For those in the camera, you can see got nice and golden, clean that is. Beautiful.
What's going on?
Is this the infamous Baba Z from the 203?
And Uncle D. Papa Z and Uncle D.
And Uncle D. Uncle D's in the house, too. What's up? Welcome to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast, gentlemen.
Howdy how.
What's going on?
So what's going on the East Coast? What's the scoop?
And shit, man, just sitting here watching that Waco shit on Netflix, that David Koresh thing.
I haven't seen that one
Pretty
yet.
fucking.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, are you, you got a cold one in your hand?
I absolutely do. I'm ready to shotgun it.
Yeah, what are you drinking there, Baba Z?
I got a little Lagunitas Super Cluster.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice. Well, Josh and I just popped a Catch a Vibe double IPA from Alvarado Street that was sent to me recently. And it's, the can art reminds you a little bit like Miami Vice. It's got that 80s vibe with the turquoise and the pink. Kind of like a little bit like Miami Vice, Saved by the Bell looking stuff. But, so we're sampling that. Josh, did you take a swig of that yet?
I haven't tried it yet. I've been just kind of digging on the nose on that one.
Ooh, definitely taste the milk sugar on that one.
Oh yeah, that's coming in big time.
Super sweet.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely hiding that 8.5. That's for sure.
Wow, that's good. So Baba Z, you're back there in Connecticut, right?
Yes, sir. Stamford, Connecticut.
Stamford, Connecticut. That's correct me if I'm wrong. Home of the WWE.
You're damn right. That's about 10 minutes from my house.
There you go.
Nice.
Right on. I was a huge wrestling fan growing up. I still pay attention to it. But that's pretty cool.
As a kid, I don't follow it now, but as a kid growing up, wrestling was the shit by far.
Oh, man, I can imagine. Have you ever, being so close to it, you ever see any wrestlers around town?
Well, here in Stamford, there's an ice skating rink down in Cove Beach. They used to throw, like, little wrestling events down there. They would clear off the ice skating rink, and they would throw the fucking the rink up here, and motherfuckers. I saw the Brooklyn Brawler. I saw Tatanka. I saw the Honky Tonk Man. I've seen a bunch of old school wrestlers, man.
That's dope. That's pretty cool. Awesome. So
Yeah, my favorite wrestler growing up was the Ultimate Warrior. That was my man.
Oh, he was the shiznit.
Straight roided up, running down the fucking
just losing his mind, shaking the ropes, going crazy.
Popping fucking veins out of his fucking neck with them streamers.
I love it. I don't know. I think maybe Uncle D might be able to go toe to toe with the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Green Monster.
The Green Monster.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, are you guys staying safe out there with all this zombie apocalypse going on?
Trying my best.
Yeah. I know.
I gotta go to work every day. And
we're both still working.
Yeah, I got you guys are on that essential list as myself, as well as Josh here. Just keeping it going,
Yep.
So-
Indeed.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. Hopefully this starts opening up. We got, what did our governor say?
so.
May 15th or something like that. He thought he was going to start like a slow, like gradual opening.
Like 3 seconds.
I hope so, because I can't go with no football. I need my football life.
Yeah, that's. We just. I saw you watch the draft there. I see you're a Cowboys fan. I won't hold that against you. But
I've been a Cowboys fan since I was about 8 years old.
what's
Well, I
that?
posted my cousin Susan on the group wall.
I've been a diehard Cowboys fan since I was about 8 years old.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, couple
Mhm.
months, I'll be 30. So, yeah, I've been a fan for about 30 years.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was born and bred into being a Chargers fan, unfortunately. So I've had a lot of heartache over my lifespan. But I was brought home from the hospital in a Chargers jersey, so I kind of had no choice.
Nice. My Uncle Gunner's a fucking diehard Chargers fan.
There you go. We need more.
Yeah.
We need more of them. There's about 13 of us throughout the country. So
You kind of lost a bit there when they moved, right?
yeah, when they moved to LA, man, there's some bitter San Diego people that they just could not take the move.
I'm sure there's a shit ton of bitter fucking Patriots fans, too.
Oh yeah, losing Tom Brady. That's yeah.
Tom Brady and
Patriots match three.
Gronkowski went to Tampa Bay, too, now? Like, come on.
Well, the
That shit just reminds me of basketball, people trying to build a dream team.
The crazy thing is they didn't even draft a quarterback, didn't try to draft a quarterback. I don't know what they're doing. I'm thinking maybe they're going to go after Cam Newton.
That's what the talk
I
is.
think I heard something about that. Yeah, Cam Newton was going to try to go to Tampa Bay because Jameis Winston went to the fucking Saints.
Yeah, that was crazy. He threw 5,000 yards last year, and now he's a backup.
Yeah. He wasn't that good, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean he's good. He's just not accurate. I think he just throws everything up in the air, hopes for the best.
He's mediocre. He's in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a little. I just got one of my cousins. Just got drafted to the Ravens.
Oh man, that's
nice.
awesome! Congratulations.
His cousin played for Syracuse. He got drafted by Baltimore.
Oh, very cool.
That's a good team to go to.
Yeah, they're decent.
That's not
Lamar
too.
Jackson.
That's not too far. How far is Baltimore if you guys wanted to go see a game?
From us, about like 6 hours.
What? Baltimore?
Yeah, almost like not just before Virginia.
Bro, I could get there like. I used to go to Baltimore all the time to go to that Raid Festival, so it used to take us probably about 5 hours.
That ain't bad.
5,
It's not too bad.
depending on traffic.
Yeah, get a little Motel 6. You know, they leave the light on for you, about $99 a night, and go see a game. Yeah,
Man, you can do that in 2.5.
Yeah,
that's dope
Yep.
word.
for sure. So, Baba Z, there in Connecticut, what's your favorite brewery? Well, who do you want to give a shout out to? Who should people check out in Connecticut?
I gotta say the one in Brooklyn was the bomb.
Well, see, that's New York. That's my other half.
Well, here,
Other half.
how's everybody can rep our Lock City?
I gotta represent Lock City, and I'll
Yeah.
throw a shout out to Counterweight too all day. Counterweight.
Counterweight?
All right, Lock City and Counterweight. Those breweries close to you?
And a shout out to the homie M Jitsu with the Urban Legend CBD. Most def.
Nice.
Oh
Get
yeah,
on it.
M-Jitsu.
Yes.
That's a
The
good dude.
Urban Legend.
That's a good dude right
Stuff's
there.
pretty good. I've been using a lot of it.
Yeah, how's that work for you? You know, pain
Well, he
management. What are you using?
It's all that stuff. Like he's got the freeze gel right now. Like it's pretty much like icy hot, but with CBD in it.
Uh-huh.
And it's for like inflammation and pain, like with soreness.
I'm sure that
He
works
also
pretty
has-
good.
He also has the tinctures that you could, just drop underneath your tongue.
That works pretty
It's
good.
also
I
the
tried
same
that.
thing. Pretty much, it has so many medicinal qualities to it, man. You just gotta look it up. It's just through the roof. Look them up on Instagram, Urban
Yeah.
Legends CBD.
Urban Legends
with an
CBD. Shout out to Urban Legends CBD and our boy M-Jitsu. That's a
Yes,
good
sir.
dude right there for sure.
Definitely, that's my homie.
Very cool.
That's awesome. So those two breweries that you talked about, you said Lock City. What kind of beers do you like there?
Everything.
Everything. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Everything.
They got.
They just did the 420 release with that the sour, the over the garden wall sour. It was tangerine raspberry with CBD in it,
Ooh, nice.
and then they did the intellectual. Intellectual was like their rotating IPA series. This one was intellectual number 6. It was a triple IPA, 10% with the CBD in it as well. It was I believe it had like Eldorado, Sabro, some cashmere. I can't remember. I got a can of it in the back in the fridge, but.
That sounds good.
It's good, man. Their shit's legit. They mainly specialize in like the IPAs, the juice bombs and shit. But
Okay.
They've definitely been expanding. They've been making stouts and they've been doing the sours now. And their sours have definitely been getting better, yo. I like their sours a lot.
Nice.
And Counterweight is like one of my personal favorite breweries from Connecticut, dude. They're gas.
And what kind of beers do they kind of dabble in?
Everything.
Everything.
IPA. They do the Berliners. They do stouts. They do like Kolsch styles. They'll make a Pilsner. They do it all.
Nice.
Very nice.
You find like the CBD gives the beer a little extra kick?
I mean, you're not going to get stoned off of it, but it'll definitely relax you.
Give you a nice little body high.
Yeah, calm you down.
Take the achy knees away.
Take the edge off.
Nice.
It's,
Oh yeah, I always
Good stuff.
figure beer is medicine. Why not add a little extra kick, right?
As a matter of fact, M-Jitsu's talking with the head brewer of Lock City. And the next intellectual that they do is going to be a collaboration with Urban Legends. He's going to use his CBD in his batch.
That's badass.
Yeah.
He's trying to up the ante. He's trying, because he asked him, I think the dude was doing like 10 milligrams per can of CBD.
Okay.
And Jitsu wants, he wants to up the ante to like 20 milligrams per can, and maybe try to add some terpenes in there as well, so you kind of taste like the bud when you're drinking the beer,
Okay, I could see that. Get a little nice danky double or triple there.
That'll be
Like do like a strawberry shortcake sour, but add like some strawberry terpenes.
Ooh, that'd be good.
You want to
Keep
talk
the
about
bud
selling
in
off
it.
the shelves right there. That people will be all over that.
Yeah, trust me. A lot of things coming for the Pinkies Out Posse. POP.
POP in the house.
In the place to be.
There you go,
Bye-bye, see you now.
POP.
That's it.
The 203 all the way to the 951. That's where you're at, boys, right now. You're on the podcast in the 951.
That's it. Everybody else in between, too.
Yep. Coast to coast and in between.
That's right. Well, that's good. Well, hey, we're going to get back to our show here. It was great talking to you. I appreciate you letting us call you and getting your shout-outs out there to your local breweries. So everybody listening to the show, check out Lock City and what was the other one? Counterweight. Check those breweries out there back east. And shout out to Uncle D and Baba Z in the 203.
Yep.
Shout outs to the BeerDad and the BeerDad podcast.
Yep.
Holla.
All right, guys, you take it easy. We'll talk to you later.
You too. Have a good night, brother.
You too, bro.
Later. Good
Cheers.
All right, pinkies out, yo.
Pinky's out.
Pinkies out.
All right.
Very cool.
That's good.
You meet some great people too. man.
I'm telling you,
Loving
the
it.
beer community is amazing.
Oh yeah. Of course, just in homage, you want to do a nice little quick pinkies out,
Let's do it. Let's chug
little,
the
little
rest of
mini
this beer.
chug here,
Yeah. Let me,
and we can jump into
get
some.
situated here with the
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
I got little Miss here. She's
Yep. How's she holding up?
well, she's doing all right. She's
Oh.
kind of in between, like wanting to sleep and wanting to like yell at me, but
Yeah. Or is it like I'm tired, but I don't want to go to sleep, kind of?
yeah, she's like, "What are you doing, Dad? That looks really cool. Let me just make a lot of noise here."
Yes. Oh.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Pinkies out,
Pinkies
fam.
out. Cheers.
Catch a vibe. Alvarado Street Brewing.
Yep. Not bad. That milk sugar definitely back sweetened it a lot more than I expected. I mean, obviously it masked a lot of the hoppiness and it masked a lot of the alcohol. I would say maybe a little too much milk sugar on that one. Like if they backed it off a little bit, this thing could be pretty much top notch in my opinion.
Yeah. a lot of flavor in this beer.
There's a lot of flavor. And that's the thing
but the milk sugar is dominating.
Yeah.
I think.
Like, I get a lot of the sweetness even from the hops, and I'm wondering if that with like the milk sugar is kind of like over sweetening, and it's almost making this thing into like popsicle status.
Yeah, it's a good beer. I kind of like this. This is a good summer beer. Again. Yeah. Of course, this one's 8.5, so you're not going to want to be drinking too many of these. But
get about 2 or 3 of these in, and you end up like with a sunburn after you wake up.
But I do like the can. Catch a vibe.
Yep.
Like I said, I was telling Baba Z and Uncle D is like 90s, 80s to 90s, like Saved by the Bell, Miami Vice can.
It was funny, too, because the moment I took a sniff of it, it was like, oh, nose candy. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, straight Miami Vice right here.
Don Johnson would be proud.
Yes.
So Alvarado Street Brewing, check them out. They're in Salinas, California, up north. So shout out to Renee Silva. He's part of the Brews and Dubes, and he sent this to me. We did a little trade skis.
Very cool.
Got him some SoCal vibes, and he sent me some NorCal vibes, so that was pretty cool. So Catch a Vibe by Alvarado Street. Good stuff.
Very cool.
I like it. A little on the sweet side, but not bad. And I just had... We didn't have it here on the show, but I just had it the other day at the mother-in-law's pool. Of course, 100 degrees. We had to open up the pool over there. So,
of course.
I had some of the bubblier bath kettle sour that they made, and that was really, really good.
Really good? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw you post that one, and I was kind of curious how that actually looked pretty good.
It was really good. He says he can get some more, so I might have him send me some more, because believe it or not, the beer wife really liked it. She actually chugged half of it. So I was like, hey, what are you doing?
Well, that's how you know you got something good, right?
Yeah, because let me tell you something, Alvarado Street, it takes a lot to get the beer wife to like a beer, because she's not a beer drinker at all. There's very, very few beers that she'll actually say, hey, that's pretty good. And a couple of those smoogies she liked, and that one from Alvarado Street she really enjoyed.
Very cool. All right, ready to jump into the last one here? Are you...
Odily Mokely.
Odily Mokely, okay.
Ned Flanders. So, hold on a second. We did this before, so I'm going to do it again.
Okay. I'll hold off for just a moment.
Let me do a
little precursor. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's perfect. The way that the bottle popped, or I'm sorry, the can popped as you're pouring this.
Just had to time that one.
Odily Mokely from Coachella Valley Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah. Making a little bit of a mess here, but it's all good.
You're an amazing saxophone player, by the way, Kunkel.
I wish. There we go. Here you go. A little cheers. And
that was great. You gotta appreciate the old gimmick shtick here at all the breweries, and this is none further because Odily Mokely, an oatmeal mocha milk stout, has good old Ned Flanders on the can. And this is great can art. They did a great job at Coachella Valley Brewing Company.
Got to give a shout out to my good friend Wes. He's been doing a lot of the can art over there at CVB, and he's just been blowing it up. A few of the cans I brought to you today, he's pretty much done the logos for all of them. So he's definitely doing some good stuff for him over there.
I'm excited to try it. It's funny because I swear, like in the last couple of weeks, they've dropped all kinds of new beers. And I'm like, hey, Josh, because I know that it's right down the street from you. So very, very convenient, maybe dangerous. I don't know.
Just a little bit. A little bit. I mean, I finally got a chance to meet their new brewer. Great guy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he just, he was in the tap room today when I swung by to pick up this beer for you. And just chatting him up. He's talking about what his next projects are and stuff like that. He figures, with the heat, he's probably going to look into doing similar to 8-Bit. He's thinking of a hopped up Pilsner or, doing some other good stuff there. And I figure that'll be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that.
That's awesome. Good for him. Well, one day we'll probably be at Coachella Valley Brewing when all this ends, and we can actually go back to doing what we do best. Well, we're still doing a good job here.
Well, I figure slowly on the show here, I was going to be bringing in, a few of the desert breweries that I've pretty much been just sampling, living out there. I mean, obviously Devin over DBC, he's just killing it left and right. Coachella is kind of like one of the originals. Same with La Quinta. They've been around a while. Original, but sadly they don't get as much press as Babes. And they're actually getting ready to. They're kind of blowing it up more and more lately. Like
I saw that they're delivering now, and I posted it on our site.
Yep.
Give him a shout out. Shout out to Juan. He's a great brewer.
Yes.
And great guy. Met him at the Props and Hops Festival. He's a cool dude. And just all the just that whole area, the desert is it's getting on the map. People don't they don't credit the desert for having the great beer, like people think of San Diego and the Temecula Valley and of course Los Angeles, but go out to the desert, man. There's some great breweries out there, and you can hop around and do your thing. And fuck, dude, hotels are cheap. Go out there in the summer when it's freaking damn ass hot and get a nice hotel room with a pool.
Oh yeah,
go do a little brew hopping. Go hang out by the pool. Good stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like we're kind of like our own little hidden oasis out there. A lot of people don't think of us. I mean, it's been a process. As a lot of the locals will tell you, like trying to get the quality of the beer out there that you see everywhere else has definitely been a process, but it's getting there, and you're definitely seeing some quality coming out of the desert.
Yeah.
Not to mention I got to give a shout out to my home brewing guys out there too, man. They're turning out some crazy stuff, and they always have been.
That's awesome. I've been following. You include me in all the newsletters, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. The Coachella Valley Homebrew Club, not just a member, but the president, Joshua Kunkel, been featured in multiple articles in the paper and in the news. You're a big deal. Like everyone always goes so some of the people that start checking out the podcast, it's so funny. They go, is that guy from that Coachella Valley Brewing Club thing? Because he looks familiar. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's why he's on my show. Come on.
All over the damn place.
Yeah, so he's very well known. And that's why you're here, because you are truly amazing at your craft, and that's why you're the president of that club. And
I appreciate
it's a great club. Anybody in the Inland Empire that's close to the desert or in the desert, definitely join up with that club. Get a lot of good tips on how to brew some amazing and phenomenal beers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you I'm still learning. I'm still growing, and I run into phenomenal brewers all the time. Even in our club, there's a number of guys that just turn out some just absolute quality, stuff that just blows my mind and think like, how can I even come close to this? So.
Right. Well, you guys do a great job. Like I said, during the Props and Hops, I was definitely tickled to see you guys have a longer line than Hangar 24, which is a huge brewery that is just recently sold to a big beverage company. And to see the line for Coachella Valley Homebrew Club, like double what the Hangar 24, that was awesome.
Yeah, we had us, and then of course we had our good friends over at Inland Empire Homebrew Club. They've been around for a year and a half. no, not a year and a half. Many years. I think they're probably actually one of the oldest homebrew clubs in the area for sure, and
good people too.
Yeah, very good people.
Very nice, and welcoming.
Yes,
the beer community just in general.
Oh yeah, and of course, at the time their president Jason, he was actually the one that ended up winning that Props and Hops homebrew competition. So I mean, obviously he's got some skills, to say the least.
That was a good beer, though. I remember I was part of the judging.
Yes,
I got to do the
final round.
Got to do the still cracks me up. I'm like, all right, I had like 20 beers, and then Josh's like, here, are you going to judge the final round? And then I'm thinking, okay, yeah, there's going to be like 2 or 3 beers, and there's like 30.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, so that's what happens when you get these homebrew competitions is sometimes you just get like so much quality that it's like, shit, we can't decide. We got to figure this out.
We've got a sleeper on our hands.
Oh.
She finally fell asleep. There she is, Amryn.
Yep.
Say hi to the camera. Say hi. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, you guys are putting me to sleep. We're talking about all this beer. Now, if you were talking about formula, I'd be really excited."
Yeah, she'd be right up there with it.
I love it. So, what we're drinking here, Coachella Valley Brewing, Oatly Mokley.
All right, let's
an
jump into
oatmeal
this.
mocha milk stout, coming in at 5.4%.
Nice, easy going right there.
Let's take a sniff.
Oh yeah, you get the straight mocha right out of the gate with that one. Actually, very good.
It's like Starbucks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to go on record. That's actually pretty damn good. I'm not a big coffee guy, but that's hitting all the right marks.
That is delicious.
Yeah, that's actually hitting all the right marks. That'll make a Ned Flanders out of anyone, man.
Yeah. Oakley dokley, Joshua Kunkel.
Yeah. And orderly mocha.
Yeah. That's great job, Coachella Valley Brewing.
Yeah, great job. It's really damn good.
See, I like coffee. And, well, you know, the BeerDad's a stout guy, so this one hits all my notes. And the lower ABV definitely helps because I could drink a few of these and not be so wrecked.
Yeah.
Because it's not an imperial. It's not like, 12, 14% like some of the stouts that I drink. Really, really, really good.
Yeah.
This could be good, a breakfast beer, drinking throughout the day. I would drink this beer, definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I noticed is, I know it's a milk stout, so obviously that gives it a nice little sweet backbone, but it really balances out with that mocha, that coffee. Almost like you're drinking an old school stout, with the coffee notes in there, but then you get almost like that malty kind of sweetness in the backbone. So good job. Actually, really good job. I'm glad I brought a 4-pack and stole a can back because I'm going to definitely enjoy this when I get home. Yeah.
To me, the back end flavor is really, really good. Have it just kind of, I don't know, just kind of sit on it for a second and just, there's an amazing flavor to it.
Yeah, it's almost like you get like your cold press or your cold brew coffee, where you get almost like a lot of you get that coffee kind of roastiness, but without the bitterness going on. And then it gets almost like this kind of dry sweetness right at the tail end.
So if Joshua, we like stouts, if we wanted to make something like this, an oatmeal mocha milk stout, how are we going to make this?
Well, right there, it's in the name, oatmeal, and or oat, for that matter. So obviously, you're going to start with making your traditional stout. Typically, most of the grain bill is going to include either 2-row or some sort of pale malt. Nice. And of course, you're going to have some of your chocolate malts. I'm a big fan of Carafa 2. Gives it like a nice little chocolate, almost coffee bite. Another good one I like to use as a recent for my porters and stouts is Black Prince. So if you guys are interested in playing around with that, I like it because it gives almost like a little bit of a nutmeg quality in the beer. So you get just a bare hint of spice to it. Mm-hmm. And of course, when you add your oats in there, you're going to get that nice little deep, malty, thick texture that you kind of enjoy with stouts. So you obviously want a big, amount of that. Usually I like to think about 10 to 12% of the grain bill is oats, just to give it that nice body to it. Of course, moving forward, you're going to be using lactose or milk sugar. Mm-hmm. The reason why a lot of breweries tend to use the milk sugar is it does not ferment. Yeast will not touch it. It pretty much is a sugar they can't do anything with, so they just leave it alone. They go for the other sugar. They go for the dextrose, the fructose, whatever else is produced by mashing out the grains.
So essentially, it's you want to sweeten your
exactly.
beer, use the milk sugar.
You want to use milk sugar, and that's the reason why you see a lot of breweries really kind of taking to heart this whole milk sugar process, because they know that they can back sweeten a beer, with it, because the yeast won't touch it. They can right out of the gate just throw it in there, and boom, they're done. They have a predetermined back sweet, and without having to do it post fermentation, for that matter. So in this case, obviously, you add your lactose or milk sugar to the whole thing. You brew it, you boil it, you ferment it, and then of course, a lot of times the coffee part of it comes post fermentation. I don't know too many guys that'll throw the coffee in prior because the act of boiling it almost brings out more of that bitter coffee note. So you want more of the sweet coffee, not the bitter coffee. And the best way I've seen it done is a lot of guys will do a cold press coffee, kind of like what this one tastes like, because you get more of the actual flavor without that bitterness to it.
Yeah, they definitely did a phenomenal job, blending with the coffee and obviously with the beer.
One of the trippier beers I remember having was a brewery out of Vegas called Banger Brewing, and they did a coffee Kolsch. And you would think, okay, coffee bean, it was along the lines of like those golden stouts you see, where it's like you get the coffee, but you don't get the color in there. And this is the same deal. It's a nice golden beer, but it had this like really nice aroma, roasty coffeeness to it. And you're like, holy crap, how did they get this? And I ended up running into the brewer when I was there and talking to him, and he was like, no, we use green coffee beans.
Yeah, that's something that I thought about, for us to brew something.
Yeah.
Because I know that the green coffee bean will actually brew kind of a clear color, so you don't really get any color out of it.
Exactly. But it was interesting is this guy, the way he did it, and I've been tempted to replicate this, is they had the green coffee beans, and they basically crushed them up and soaked them in the beer for 3 days. Nice. So it was like almost like a dry hop addition to the beer. And that was all it took to really just kind of pull out all that flavor. And he almost relied on the alcohol in the beer to be the extractor of that. And I can tell you from drinking it, like that beer was super roasty, super coffee, but it blended like really well with the rest of the overall beer.
Nice.
So yeah, if you have an experiment in mind, I definitely I got some ideas.
So it sounds like we need to make a sour IPA and a stout.
Okay. Actually, I have
a golden stout.
By the way, I do have a bottle that's been aging in my cellar for some time, so we may have to pop it, but we may have to do it when there's more people here because it's like one of those like 3-liter bottles.
I think we could tackle that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'll get some guests. Johnny C, if you're listening, well, I know you're listening. Johnny C, we need you back. You could help us with that, and of course, maybe we'll get Jose here.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he'll be, because this one is my porter. You're familiar with my porter? Everyone.
Your Wormwood or which one?
No, the regular old school.
Yes,
the honey porter, the one that everyone seems to talk. That's the one that gave me my nickname Porter Josh at the Homebrew Club. But what I did is I took this beer and I thought I'd throw a little experiment at it. So I took some wild yeast, some old school sour yeast, and threw that in the bottle. And it's been aging for 3 years now. Ooh. Which is what I mentioned earlier on the show. 3 years is about what you need for a sour to kind of like mature and mellow out. So it's like right in its ballpark, but it's going to be, this beer traditionally is a very chocolatey kind of beer. Just everything I put into it kind of gives it those chocolate notes. But I imagine with that nice little tangy sour, it may give it kind of like like a salted chocolate. You ever had that?
Yes.
Like the sea salt chocolate?
Yes, uh-huh.
Yeah. Because I did this like a number of years ago on a small scale, and I wish I would have done it on a bigger scale, which is why I replicated it. But this beer might hit all the marks. If it's mellowed out the way I hope it will, then we might be in for a treat.
Okay.
So
I'm in.
Yep.
I'll do it. Oh, there goes my phone. Yep. We'll need that. I'm trying not to wake the baby.
Baby feet.
Trying to adjust and deal with my phone at the same time.
Pick it up by the cord there. Nice. Here, let me help you out.
Got it. Yep. Got it. All right. There we go. I was actually about to drop some beer-related dad jokes on you.
Can never go wrong with those.
So, never look at your beer as half empty, Josh.
And why
look
is that?
at it as halfway to your next beer.
Yes.
Okay. Beer is never the answer. Beer is the question. And yes is the answer.
That's pretty good. I like that.
This is a good one. Everyone wants to be healthy out there. Beer doesn't make you fat. It makes you lean.
It makes you lean. Nice. Dun-dun.
Here you go. IPA a lot when I drink beer.
When I drink beer.
I pee a lot. IPA. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
Hey, if you have to explain it, it's not funny.
No. And that's what makes a dad joke. It's
Yes.
usually not funny.
Not funny, yes.
I mean, I love, telling dad jokes to my daughter because she's in that like condescending tween phase right now.
Nice.
And it's like nothing's funny to her, nothing's cool to her. Dad's lame, mom's lame.
Yeah.
And so I just love to dig into her and I tell her these stupid jokes and she's just like, Dad, why? That's so stupid. Don't do that. I love it. I love my daughter Kaylee. She's a good
I
girl.
was going to say that's the whole point of like that's. I think that's the only defense you have against tween and teens is embarrassment,
Yes.
because it works so many wonders.
It's great because it's to get her to do things like, talk about, of course, right now she's doing homeschool because of the whole COVID thing. But back to when she's in school, it's really easy to threaten her and say, listen, don't make me show up and drop you off or pick you up. I will wear tights and a tutu and a pink mohawk, and I will step out of the car and I will walk you to your door. How do you like that? And she don't like that.
Yeah. See, you got to get yourself a nice little like wrestling singlet.
Oh yeah, I think I might actually have
And just
one.
have it on the hanger, so every time like she doesn't believe you, you just pull it out and be like, there it is. I own it. I own my wrestling singlet. You want to see the tutu? I got the tutu in the back.
Got the tutu. All right. Well, let's go live on Instagram while we're recording. What do you say?
Okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
could do that.
I'll have
Nice,
you
easy
hold
going. All right.
the camera there. We are back live on Instagram here at the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. We're actually still recording
Yep.
our show. We're just wrapping it up here with some
Yep.
Odily Mokely. It just flew by. Odily Mokely by Coachella Valley Brewing. This is some good shit right here.
Yes,
we're
it is.
drinking it. Where's
go
your
on.
glass at? Let me give you a little bit
All
more.
right.
We'll split this up here.
Going kind of, and we got the beer baby kind of sleeping it off there.
So, we're recording the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. I am the beer dad, of course. That's what makes me a beer dad because the wife left me with the little one.
Yes.
So she interrupted the show a couple times, not too bad. But now she's part of the show.
Yes.
So here she is. But luckily she fell asleep. What's up, Candace? What's up, Beer Latte Show? So we're recording. We're just wrapping up the episode 18 of the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. We've got several beers that we sampled. We had Hetty Topper from Alchemist. We had Fruit Eternal. I can't even talk. Fruit Eternal from 8-Bit Brewing.
Yep.
Smarty Yabba Dabba Doo from Ingenious Brewing. Catch a Vibe from Alvarado Street. And Odily Mokely from Coachella Valley Brewing, which is what we're drinking right now. It's a nice stout. You can see that color right there. Nice dark beer. Very, very good. Very tasty. A lot of coffee flavor. Cheers, Josh. Cheers from the Beer Baby. That's I'm the Beer Dad. That's the Beer Baby. That's Amarin, the newest one in the Beer Dad's family.
Nice.
So we're just chilling. We're hanging out. So Josh, what do you think of Odily Mokely now that we're live on Instagram?
I'm definitely digging on this beer. I'm a big fan of. All right.
There's Josh.
I'm a big fan of chocolate beers, but I'm not a big fan of coffee beers. So whenever you see them kind of showing up in beer, it's kind of weird. Sometimes they're not blended well. Sometimes they are. This is definitely one of the ones of the latter. It is blended very, very well. So definitely a good job, and definitely a shout out to Coachella for hitting all the marks on this one. It's definitely creamy. The milk sugar helps. The oats help. And of course you get that nice little coffee sweetness and coffee chocolatiness coming in big time and blends all the well perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, we speaking of the devil, Johnny C.
Nice.
He is he's here and he says, "Fuck y'all, where my beer?" I actually invited him to be on the show today, and he decided to go to work. You know, he's an essential worker. You're a hero, Johnny C. A hero. He's a paramedic extraordinaire. Thank you for protecting and saving all these lives during this horrible crisis, Johnny C.
Yes.
But you could have called off and you could have had some beers with us. So that's good. And the Beer Latte Show says, screw Heady Topper. It's all about the focal banger when you're at Alchemist. So that's actually, so they have two.
Okay, yes.
So
I've had Focal Banger. It is pretty damn good.
So it kind of reminds me of the Pliny the Elder versus Blind Pig kind of argument. And I've heard that from the Alchemist fans of Heady Topper versus the Focal Banger.
Yeah, okay.
So we've had Heady Topper, so maybe we'll get some Focal Banger and we'll kind of give our thoughts on that.
Yeah, when I was there buying this one for you, my buddy Ian, who runs the La Quinta, Old Town La Quinta, brew pub, he basically kind of handed me a can and said, "Oh, here, try this." And I remember bopping and going, "Okay, there's actually some quality shit here. Some good stuff."
Johnny C says he'd rather be here. Johnny C, you should go ahead and flip around and show him all the beers that we had again.
Totally mokely, and we get all these.
Oh, nope. Josh, party foul.
Yeah, party foul. All right, I'll do that. And of course, nice little pit in the mic there. So we got Yabba Dabba, we got Fruit Eternal, and then of course we got Heady Topper. So.
So you missed out. You definitely missed out. We got some more people joining in. We got the Craft Lounge beer. What's up, Jimmy and Jason?
Yep. I'll be there in like 30, 40 minutes maybe.
Yeah, Joshua's got a pickup that he has on order from you guys, so he'll be there. And Target Practice Podcast. What's
Sweet.
up, everybody?
Cheers.
You just launched some shirts on a campaign. I love it. Go check out the Target Practice Podcast if you guys want to laugh your asses off on your way to work. And Johnny C says, I'd rather be there, man. Maybe next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely the BeerDad and Brewed podcast is the place to be. You don't want to be at work. You don't want to be a paramedic. You want to drink beer. Yeah.
You don't want to be saving people.
Right? We got Nikki on here. She's here. We waved to Nikki. Nikki is a nurse. Thank you for everything that you do. Appreciate it. We got Black 100 OG. What up, yo? So we're having some stout right now, some Coachella Valley Brewing Odily Mokely, which gotta love this can art. If you like The Simpsons, there it is. Ooh, Oakley dokley, everybody. So we're chilling. We're just wrapping up here, episode 18. Of course, the BeerDad from the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. That's what makes me a BeerDad. I've got 3 of these. This is number 3. She's the newest. She actually just turned 2 months old yesterday.
Congrats.
That's Emerin right there. So she's a good little girl, as you can see.
Yeah.
She interrupted the show a couple times, but I think she just wanted daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed that way. 'Cause once you picked her up, she was just melted in your arms.
Right? So she's good, and that's all she wanted. She just wanted to be held, so that's all good.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed some great beers here on the show. Episode 18, it's been beautiful.
Yeah.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Josh, what would you pick as your favorite?
Oof. I'm gonna have to go with the Yabba Dabba.
See that can so I can show Instagram.
Yeah.
So Josh's favorite of the show, Smarty Yabba Dabba by Ingenious Brewing. Got a little Flintstones theme here going on.
Yeah.
It literally tasted like an orange push pop, back from your childhood days, eating those little orange push pops.
Oh yeah, like I mentioned earlier, made me remember chasing down the ice cream truck down the street for those.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh look, hold on. We got to pop in here. Let's see. You want to be on the show, Thin Vine Wines? Let's bring them on.
Oh, nice.
We're waiting for Thin Vine Wines. We're connecting to Thin Vine.
Nice.
There he is.
Dude, what's up, man?
There he is. Mr. Mattson.
How are
Thin
you, brother?
Vine Wines. I'm good. Welcome to the
Hey.
BeerDad and Brew podcast. You're actually on episode 18 right now.
Nice.
I'm honored. What's up, everybody?
Howdy.
So quick shout out to Mr. Matson here, as well as his company, Thin Vine Wines. They have some amazing wine, and all for a purpose, right? Every purchase goes towards a good foundation. You guys cater to law enforcement, fire, dispatch, the military, as well as the Breast Cancer Society, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So $2 from every bottle goes to those causes that you just mentioned. So every label is dedicated to a purpose like that. That's near and dear to our hearts. So yeah,
that's freaking awesome.
That is cool.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I can appreciate wine. I obviously drink a lot more beer, but the wine's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean,
and thank you. And I've always said I'm an equal opportunity drinker. You know, I love my craft beer. I love my whiskey. So just because, you know, we're in the wine game, and we love our craft beer too, and we always we're salivating over the beers that you're trying on the podcast.
We do get some pretty unique and crazy beers, and this episode's no different. We've kind of ran the gambit. We've got a double IPA from the East Coast. We've got a sour IPA from out here on the West Coast. I'm not even sure what the Smarty Yabba Dab is. I'm going to say like a, what do you think, a sour ale maybe?
Probably like a
Smarties?
Like a flavored kettle sour.
Flavored kettle sour. And then we had Catch a Vibe double IPA from up north in Salinas. And then here you go, John, you'll appreciate that.
Love it. Homer?
That's Ned Flanders.
Oh, my bad. All right.
So, yeah, it's been a great episode. We've had some really good beers. Just finishing up that Odily Mokely from Coachella Valley Brewing. But we've kind of had a nice mix. And, of course, there's the beer baby.
Yes. Congrats, man.
Usually she's not here when we're recording, but the wife was she wanted some time at the pool at the mother-in-law's. So she said she was going to leave the baby here. Say what up, Instagram. Yeah, we have been cranking out a lot of babies. Apparently, we didn't take all precautions for our safety. That's what happened.
Oh no!
You didn't give her the proper safety admonishment.
She's mad. All right, fix her up real quick. Josh, say hi to Thin Vine Wines.
All right.
What's up, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I've seen you on the podcast before.
Yep. I'm all over the place, but I know Justin takes kind of the front and center here and kind of the background.
Right on. So how do you know Justin?
We have a mutual friend by the name of Jose. He's been on a few of the shows in the past. We kind of met a while back through that means and just kind of hit it up over beer, and kind of the rest is history. It's funny that you're into the wines, because that's actually how I kind of started. I was a big wine guy back in the day, took a lot of classes, all that fun jazz, and thought, okay, this is kind of a cool deal. And then started breaking into the beer business, not business, so to speak, but like breaking into the beer and thinking, a little bit easier to make than wine.
Yeah. Well, we can't take credit for making the wine. It's way beyond our skill level. That's why we trust the people who are good at that and know what they're doing to do that part. So yeah.
But I take it you're in the local area here.
So we're in San Diego.
Okay.
We source our wine from Lodi.
Okay, very cool. I'm in California in general, just, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you in Hemet too, where Justin's at?
I'm actually out in the desert near like Palm Springs area. Obviously not a very good wine growing region, but, you know. You know, it's got its perks.
You're familiar with Yucca Valley then?
Yep. So.
Yeah, I grew up in Yucca.
Oh, nice.
I grew up in
Okay.
Yucca Valley.
You'd probably be happy to know that some friends of mine are getting ready to open up a brewery up in Joshua Tree. So
really,
they're technically open now, but with the whole lockdown and everything, they're only serving on Fridays, and they're doing sort of like to go, where you can walk in there with a growler, get a growler fill, and do all that fun.
Man. You know what? They need something like that out there.
Yeah.
I haven't been out there in a few years in the YV, as I call it, but they need something like that for sure. I think Applebee's getting there like 5-6 years ago was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest deal they've had as far as like being able to go get craft beer from a tap.
Yeah, and they're like like perfectly located, like pretty much the entrance of the like Park Avenue to get up to Joshua Tree. Like go across the street and like a block over, they're there. So they're literally like right at the entrance at that intersection right there. So off of 62. So yeah, if you get a chance to get out that way, they're definitely some good people. They're trying to build the brewery up some more, but they've had definitely a long haul. It's been like 2 to 3 years in the making, because Joshua Tree's unincorporated, so they had to go through the county to get everything done. And oh man, they're just all the steps they had to take.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't easy, and especially out there. I think there might even be some pushback from the residents.
Actually, the residents, strangely enough, have actually been very supportive, like amazingly supportive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like when they finally did like an open house kind of deal, like, hey, we're finally got our license, we're able to like sell beer to the public. They had like 400 people show up.
Wow.
From the community, just to support and buy and everything from them. So
Dang.
yeah, so
That's awesome.
they're definitely going through all the right channels. They are part of the community. They all live there. They all grew up there, so they definitely know everything.
That's awesome.
So,
That's good.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you back over to Justin here, since it looks like Emery calmed down a little bit.
So John, tell the listeners here, since you're actually on the podcast, where they can check out your wine and order your wine from.
Oh,
Thanks, man. So you can check us out at thinvine.wine. We're also on the gram, as the kids are calling it these days, Thin Vine Wine, and Facebook as well at Thin Vine Wine. A little bit more of a following on Instagram, but hey, whatever tickles your pickle, as the kids, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah, and come follow us, and we try to be relevant and funny as much as possible. Not sell you on a bunch of shit, and our wine kind of speaks for itself. It's good wine. I wouldn't sell anything that I wouldn't drink myself, and that I don't 100% believe in, and wouldn't support myself. So yeah,
Awesome.
I'm actually drinking whiskey right now, whiskey and ginger ale.
Good.
So,
hey, that's a good combo right there, man.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Little
Proper swell.
little JMO and gin, or I'm sorry, JMO and ginger ale. Speaking of,
I love Jim on ginger ale.
Nice.
Yes.
we're sitting at my bar right now, so that's that special distillery edition straight from the Jameson distillery in Ireland.
Nice.
Hey, don't forget, I helped you build that bar. Me, Milton, and Felix.
You
We helped
did.
you build that bar.
You did. Yeah. The TV is hanging on the wall over there, and that was a good time.
Right on.
Good stuff.
That
All
was
right.
a good time.
Well, we're gonna wrap up our show here and say goodbye to Instagram and get going. But it's been a good show. We sampled some great beers. I appreciate Thin Vine Wines for joining us. Definitely check them out. Some wine with a good cause. $2 goes towards a great cause for each individual wine that you purchase. So go check them out online and on Instagram. And thanks for joining us, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate it, man.
Cheers.
All right, man. All right, cheers.
Nice.
All right, all the listeners that are watching and following, thanks for joining us, the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. You can check us out on Instagram, and obviously you see us live on Instagram, but you're listening also on the podcast. Check us out. We got a YouTube channel, and we're on Facebook as well. We've sampled several beers tonight. It's been amazing. We've had Heady Topper from The Alchemist. We've had Fruit Eternal from 8-Bit Brewing, Smarty Yabba Dabba from Ingenious Brewing, Catch a Vibe from Alvarado Street, and Coachella Valley Brewing presenting Oatly Mochely Oatmeal Mocha Milk Stout. So it's been great. We've had the Beer Baby here joining us on the show, which is nice. There she is. Nice. Say hi to Instagram, Emerin.
Yes.
So, but it's been a great show. Look for episode 18 to drop shortly. Appreciate everybody joining us. And with that being said, for everybody on Instagram, I hope you enjoy our
They also practice by
end of the show.
drinking the urine of a ram.
The what?
They drink ram's piss.
Because of the pH balance?
No, because if you can drink ram's piss, fuck, you can drink almost anything.
She said fuck.
Oh, watch this the malted liquor? What gets you drunk or quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer. Can't get enough of it. Beer. How we really love it. Beer. Makes me think I'm a man. Beer. I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Beer. Let my belly out to here. Beer. I could not refuse it. Beer. I could really use it. Beer, beer, beer. Beer, 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 beer.
I can't remember how much I have had. I drank a 12-pack with my dad.